Stick around. Coming up next is Brawlin News number 102. It's an all MMA update, and we've got stories on, Anthony Johnson been cut from UFC 142. We're going to talk about that. Mo Lava, he was tested for steroids, and he got in all sorts of trouble for that. The anti-piracy bill that the House and Senate is working on right now has got a tie-in with Dana White. We're going to talk about that. Bellator wants to do fights in the worst way in Nevada. We're going to talk a little bit about UFC and ESPN getting back together again. And UFC show in Montreal's dead. All that and more coming right up. Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything, all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality, because good grades deserve a reward.
And now, two guys who can brawl their way out of cotton candy. Comic Book Man and Bo with Brawlin News.
We put the harm in harmonica. Brawlin News, episode 102, Gum and Gravy.
Fight! 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 Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Brawlin.
Fight news, boys and girls.
No.
actually Brawlin News.
Brawlin.
But it's an all MMA.
We're fighting, though.
It's an all MMA edition of Brawlin News.
We're fighting with words.
We're calling
not
it brawling.
not with fists.
And we're coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, we're all new comics, including all my Brawlin comics. Actually, they don't make any Brawlin comics.
No, but they did WWE comics.
All my MMA comics.
We don't make you brawl for him.
He has MMA action figures.
MMA action figures. My MMA, and those aren't 15%.
What?
Now what?
But all my new comics are always 15% every day for everyone. First story up. Someone was cut from UFC 142 because he's a fat ass.
No.
Remember we told you that Anthony...
And we know about fat asses right here. Yeah, I know you're sitting on there. What are you talking about? You got a big ass. No, kid.
Hey, they just put in 500 at Dunkin' Donuts across the street. What do you want from us, man? What do you want from us? We're human.
Remember we told you that Anthony Rumble Johnson missed weight for his fight
Yes.
against Vitor Belfort against UFC 142.
I remember that.
It was actually a couple weeks ago we did that.
Did what?
Well, see, for one, he was...
What he's talking about.
He was in trouble for not cutting the weight. And then, to add insult to injury,
Yes.
he lost the fight in the first round. So, Dana White, after the fight was over, said, "Hi, Anthony, how you doing?
Hey.
Pack your crap and get
You're
out."
not questioning his dedication now, are you?
Dana did. He said, he's no longer working for the UFC, but he said if he's willing to show some kind of dedication,
Yes.
he's willing to come in, he's actually going to be able to make weight
Let
at
him
some
sell
point.
peanuts.
We might let him come back.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But if he can't, he'll be boxing up groceries at the Safeway.
So the door's open, fat ass.
Right.
If you could fit
Well, other choice. You want to box groceries at the Safeway, or you want to get beat up in a ring and make real money?
If you can fit through the door, you can come on in.
And you know what? That's a wonderful career choice. It really is. Boxing groceries, beat up in the ring.
Because if he's boxing, people will be like, "Aren't you Anthony Rumble Johnson? Why are you boxing my groceries?"
There is a third choice. Go to school and get an education and learn something.
He has an
What you
education.
talking about?
He has a degree.
What you talking about?
A degree in what? Getting punched in the face?
He can open up gyms.
Oh, there you go. Get a degree and open up a gym.
Not just the face.
Not just a face. Yeah, and the gut too. Hey, Bo!
Yes.
Who was tested positive for steroids over at Strikeforce?
Not everybody.
Strikeforce Mo Laval.
Mo Laval.
He tested positive.
I love him. He's great.
And he's been suspended. He thinks it's a supplement he took, which apparently had a steroid in it, which he didn't know about.
I had
but
no idea there
but
was steroids in
the
here.
commission goes, "That's nice. You still tested positive."
I had no
See.
idea.
It was a Flintstone vitamin.
Yeah, Flintstone vitamins. Those Flintstone vitamins are packed with steroids, man.
The Barneys, man.
Yes.
I'm going to take the Barneys.
So King Mo is hanging around the house chilling.
Might as well.
Yeah, that was his nickname, King Mo. He comes out with a crown and everything. He had a really elaborate ring gator so the Strikeforce so they wouldn't let
What a
him
mo.
Stopped by steroids.
King Mo.
Meanwhile, over on the legal blotter, the House and Senate have recently been working on anti-piracy bills, and that affects Dana White.
Well,
Is he a pirate?
White
Yo,
was,
whoa!
Well, White was asked about it, and what happened after he asked about it, he said that the UFC website actually got hacked for a couple of days.
Okay.
And a couple of days after that point, Dana White's personal information was posted on the internet by hackers. There were only a couple problems with that. For one, it said Dana White lived in a house that cost $78,000. Are you kidding? And the other one was
$78,000. Dana White lives in a palatial mansion in Englewood.
The other thing was that the phone number. They actually posted his phone number. It wasn't Dana's number.
Yeah, 555.
It wasn't Dana's number. It belonged to an old lady.
Here's my personal phone number. 1-773-555-1111. Call me anytime, 24/7.
So, but Pirates are mad about it. And White says, he says, look, dude, I have no problem with you doing other things online. That's cool. But if you're going to steal if you're going to steal product and you're going to post it online, that I have a problem with.
Okay.
Because that whole mega upload thing, about them being shut down by the government.
Yeah,
okay,
the guy in New Zealand.
The guy who changed his name to .com.
Something .com. That's his name.
Yeah, I mean that a lot of the stuff.
He owns a bunch of cars, including one that says guilty. It's a license plate on it. It says guilty.
His house costs like.
The other one says hacker.
His house costs like $43 million.
Yeah, he's living the life, and now he's in the slam in New Zealand.
Well, yeah, he's not suffering.
He's living the life in the slam in New Zealand.
But they posted a lot of UFC stuff and a lot of fights online, and so that was one of the things. But and the piracy bills, right now those bills are dead because they're a little loopholey.
Yeah. Okay. Bellator is always looking for new markets to break into, and the newest one they're breaking into is...
They actually filed a request to hold fights in Nevada.
Vegas, baby!
No.
No?
No, not in Las Vegas.
No?
No.
Where at? Reno?
Anywhere, Reno.
Carson City.
Or any other Carson City.
On,
Chicken Ranch.
Anywhere in the world.
Out back in a chicken ranch.
Anywhere in the state of Nevada except for Las Vegas because...
I hear they have some lovely former atomic test sites.
Henderson's probably open. Because if, for one, no one in Las Vegas would give them a venue to run their card in.
Man, why not?
Okay.
It's a wonderful promotion.
UFC's got MGM Grand, and it's got Mandalay Bay locked up.
There's other hotels.
Not
hotels.
with arenas big enough to hold an MMA card.
Do they not have parking lots? Can they not hold it?
They do have parking lots.
There you go.
And they could do shows at the Orleans, which is a little place way, way, way off the strip, which holds a lot of crappy wrestling cards, but it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I'm thinking Henderson.
Okay. Two people who have been fighting with each other for a little while now are getting back together again, and those two people are, of course, UFC and ESPN. They're talking again!
They're talking again. Dana White and the people at UFC had a big problem with the ESPN's Outside the Lines piece. That suggested
we've talked about that before.
That UFC was shorting fighters' pay. And I actually watched the piece, and then I watched the response to the piece.
Yes.
And then I also watched Lorenzo Fertitta, who actually owns UFC, mentioned to the guy reporting, he says, you guys run fights, right? Okay. The guys who fight on those ESPN2 fights, you know how much they get for a fight? $300. And you're talking about us not paying guys?
Boxing groceries at Safeway, you can make almost the same amount of money in a week if you work full time.
So, but
here's the trick: nobody punches you in the face.
You have 40 hours boxing groceries at Safeway, you can make almost $300, and you don't get punched in the face.
Not once, not one time.
But the two companies they're on speaking terms again. They're talking. They're trying to work the relationship out. Although White still thinks the piece was a piece of crap.
Yeah. Okay. Last story we got up is the UFC has canceled a date that they were trying to get, but isn't going to happen.
They had booked a card that would take place in Montreal on the 24th of March. Mm-hmm. That show has been canceled.
Why? Any reason?
They're kind of vague about the actual reasons, but I think part of it is the announced card didn't really have what you would call a main event kind of fight on it. Oh. And so the venue said it didn't.
Beer matches?
Well, not beer matches. I mean, they would have been good fights, but they wouldn't have been, hey, I think I want to spend $65 to get this on pay-per-view kind of fights.
Oh. In other words, does anybody in the audience want to come on up and fight?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was like guys. I mean, you got your A-level fighters, your B-level fighters.
I'll do it.
These are like
Peter Parker could show up and fight Bonesaw.
Yeah, find Bonesaw. So they're gonna reschedule the people that are booked for the card, and they're gonna try to get another date in Montreal, which will have a much bigger main event.
Okay. And that's it. We're done. We're finished right here. We got no more BRAWLN news, but you can go to the store's website. Check out all the BRAWLN news. This guy sends me that I post up. Where is the store's website at? Hey, yo.
Sarah!
I just heard a wrist pop.
That was
my shoulder.
Oh, my arm!
He can remember a comic book from 20 years ago, but he can't remember the name of his own web address. www.myalternatereality.com.
So go to the store's website, check out all the Brawlin' news this man sends me, I post up, and until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo.
Saying, bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.